Hello everyone and welcome back to southern Thailand. This week we're exploring somewhere pretty special. It's somewhere only an hour from Koh Samui. Don't believe me? Well, that's Koh Samui in the distance. Okay, let me put you onto a very special place. This isn't going to appeal to everybody, but if you're looking for a secluded, quiet, beautiful beach with one resort, a huge long stretch of sand, beautiful mountains and a calm, crystal clear bay, sheltered from the wind and the waves, then this is the place for you. I've just flown the drone and just been admiring the incredible landscape in every direction. The water is absolutely idyllic and calm, and I've got my eyes peeled for pink dolphins which live in this area. Very rare species of dolphin. It's something that you can do in Khanom and in this area of Nakhon Si Thammarat. Something I might do on this video. I don't know, I'm going to sort of have a look around, see if anyone can take me out there. I think it might be a morning activity, so maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But if they were out there hunting and fishing and doing dolphin things, we could see them quite easily because the water is so calm in this particular area. Koh Samui in the distance. Now there is a bit of a dodgy road to come up here, and you know, if you had a car you'd be fine. My little motorbike Zelda dealt with it no problem. This stretch of coastline of Nakhon Si Thammarat, it's like this everywhere you go. So not bad for a first little stop. This beautiful stretch of sand will be linked in the description along with every single place we visit in today's adventure. Right, let's jump on Zelda and continue exploring this beautiful stretch of coastline here in Nakhon Si Thammarat. This particular area of Thailand's coastline, it's quite industrial. You've got a huge power plant out in the distance there, supplying power to Koh Samui, Koh Phangan and Koh Tao. In fact, if there is a power outage on the islands, it means something very wrong went down at the power plant. And then the fishing industry is absolutely booming down here. So many colourful fishing vessels. There's also quite a few sad sunken ones that have just shown too much weather and tear and are sunk. And they look quite beautiful actually. There's about 12 of them all in here. And then there is just an armada of other fishing vessels. This is a cool place to come. There are little restaurants here in Khanom, and it's just a nice small riverside town. Eagles flying in the sky, mountains in every direction. It's a beautiful part of the coast. But just around the corner here, on Google Maps anyway, I saw like a Khanom boat tour, travel tour thing, and I can see that they sell the Dolphin tour. So I might go have a little gander over there and see what's going on. Strangely beautiful, isn't it? So I continued up the road, and eventually at this roundabout I saw this monument to the pink dolphins that call this area their home. This was the office, Khanom Tour Thailand. Again, the contact information and the location linked below. Now the owner was not in, so I had to give her a call to try and set up a tour.
So the weather is okay. We have to check the wind, but I think it's okay now. Yeah.
And thankfully I was able to organise a tour for the following morning. So for the rest of the afternoon, all I had to do was get back on my bike, continue exploring and just relax and enjoy the scenery, all knowing that the following morning we had our Pink Dolphin tour booked, organised and ready for us to join the following day. So let's just enjoy and soak up the beautiful roads and coastline of this area for the rest of the afternoon. Cheers, everybody. Very important to stay hydrated and keep control of your blood sugar on days like today. So, if you ever see this type of blue road sign, it's got this gorgeous symbol in the middle and some Thai writing, but it does say in English, Department of Rural Roads. And this department is my favourite department. I don't know how much budget they get, but they seem to spend it perfectly in every part of the country. And whenever you see these signs, you're normally guaranteed a really beautiful stretch of road, whether it's through the mountains, through the rice fields, or in this case, along the coastline. This particular road, 4073, goes from Khanom up through the mountains, along the coastline, and down into an area called Sichon. It's only around 20-30 kilometers. It's not a huge long stretch of road. It won't take you more than half an hour. But if you're like me, you'll take it slow, you'll take in the views, you'll stop at cafes, you'll stop at viewpoints, you'll get out and fly your drone, you'll have a water, you'll have a coffee, you'll speak to other bikers, cyclists, other travellers. So I'm just sort of hydrating myself and gearing myself up for what is going to be a very beautiful few hours on the road. But I think I'll just cut this part to a montage for you so you can take in some of the most beautiful turns, one of the most beautiful roads in the kingdom. Okay, that was an incredible drive. That coastal road. I've done it before, but I'd forgotten how incredible it really was. However, as I turned the final bend and made it to Sichon, this is the first of a very long stretch of coastline in Sichon. There is a long stretch of beach, much bigger than this, but this is the first tiny little part. Anyway, as I turned the bend, it started to get very dark, and I looked up and oh my goodness gracious me, there is the most almighty Thailand summer storm en route. It's pounding the town right now and coming this way. So it's beautiful. I'm so glad I got the drone up in time to show you, because that's what I saw as I was coming along the coast road. Just truly epic. Not only was it hard to keep your eyes on the road because of the views, but the storm was just so beautiful. But as you can hear, it's en route, and everybody at the night market is batting down the hatches. So me and Zelda, I think we're going to limp in somewhere, try and stay dry. Okay Zelda, at least you'll get nice and clean, because you are a filthy animal right now. Look at the state of you. I'm so sorry. Just want to pop in with a quick message from the sponsor of my channel, Squarespace, the perfect place to build a website, and the place that I build and host paddydoyle.info. It looks incredible. Is I simply chose one of their award-winning templates, and then I just added my own pictures, videos. I can write my own blog posts. I sell products, I sell services on my website. They also utilize AI with this new feature called Design Intelligence, where you just tell the AI what your website is, what's it for, what you're trying to do with it, and then the AI will build it custom to your needs. And if you go to squarespace.com/Paddy Doyle, you'll get 10% off your first website or domain with Squarespace. Okie dokie, let's continue our adventures. I don't know why, but I can never get my rain jacket on first time. It's always inside out or back to front. So frustrating. I ended up getting completely soaked. Storms, as dramatic as they are, they normally only last an hour. And so later, the storm had cleared and the sun came back out, and it was my job to find somewhere to stay. And luckily, this area has loads of guest houses and resorts and hotels at all budgets, and I found somewhere very promising online, and so made my way in that direction. Checking out a room on the beach, 1,100. Let's have a look. That storm is very cool. All right, I'm a bit wet. I'll just have a quick, oh, it looks fine. Yeah, it looks great. This is 1,100 Thai baht. Aircon, big double bed. Oh, it's got one of those fancy TVs. Okay. I'll get my passport. Yeah, I was just driving down this road and there's like guest houses here, guest houses there. And this one looked quite nice and there were some cars parked out the front. I thought I'd give it a go. It's called the Cool Cafe. And then there's a craft cafe as well, but I think it's the same thing. These storms are so epic. Summer storms in Thailand. I just love them. Yes, I get soaking wet. Yes, Zelda is always complaining about my wet, smelly socks. There's not much I can do. So it turns out there's not that many restaurants on this beach. I drove along the road and finally found one. It's written in Thai, but the Google Map link is in the description. and it has the most incredible spot. I love this little wooden bench. There's a few tables like this, and then there's about another 50 tables under a roof. And as you can imagine, seafood on the menu. I've ordered a soft shell crab curry, some rice, and something else which I've forgotten already. My brain is mashed potato. The distant storm is now breaking apart and is collapsing out to sea. Many more distant storm clouds all along the coast, converging into the Gulf of Thailand. And the afternoon light is coming through the coconut trees and the beautiful coastline here. There's one little stray dog and one other couple in the restaurant ready for dinner. Just looking at some crab fishing boats or squid fishing boats out to sea. I'm really looking forward to our little dolphin hunting tomorrow. Dolphin spotting. We're not trying to kill them, guys, okay? We don't get cancelled for fishing one of the most endangered animals on the planet. There is no greater country to explore, especially on two wheels. Name me a country, find me one, where you can, you know, drive around and explore, and then when you need to, when it's crunch time and you're wet and you're trying to avoid a storm, you can limp into a tiny little guest house on the beach with beautiful lighting, great bed, aircon, smart TV, smart sink, smart everything, right? And pay what, 30 US dollars? You know, you drive up the road to this beautiful restaurant where for another 15 to $20, you can have a seafood feast, fresh from the ocean, on the beach, beach view, cold beer with ice. It's the greatest country in the world, hence why I love living here, why I just make a living out of driving around and exploring it and sharing it with you. I'm so desperate to show you these places. Nakhon Si Thammarat. What a great name of a place, right? Probably my favorite province in terms of the name. But I know when you sit down and you're watching this, wherever you're watching this from, hopefully, maybe your wife or your friend or yourself will be on your phone saving these places, saving these restaurants, saving this little guest house we found on this beach, and thinking to yourself, when I go to Koh Samui for my friend's wedding, after the wedding, I'm going to bail and go down Nakhon Si Thammarat and explore the coast just like Paddy. That's my mission. That's my job. And if people follow my footsteps doing that, then I'm doing something right, because I'm spreading the love around this country. I'm trying to share the beauty of Thailand to the world beyond the typical places that we all know, like Phuket, okay? This is one of my favourite cold beers I've ever had. In Nakhon Si Thammarat, on a wooden bench, just about to have my dinner after a beautiful day, storm chasing. Okay, I remembered what I ordered. It's prawns with stink beans, but there's not that many stink beans, which is unfortunate. And another fail. I assumed it was soft shell crab, but this is not soft shell crab, or is it? It is squishy, but I don't think it's soft shell crab. If you don't get the crab as soon as they've molted, they're not soft anymore. One thing I can tell you, since I just literally licked my lips, is that this is extremely spicy. Extremely spicy. Nice prawn. Very sweet, very spicy. The crab curry. Incredible. Like, I just love how colourful Thai food is. Okay, let's see if this is actually soft shell crab or not. If it is, I should just be able to eat the whole thing. It's incredibly delicious and very sweet, but it's almost too hard. You know, it's like almost soft, but not quite soft. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy my dinner, and I'll see you guys in the morning, nice and early, because we're gonna be driving back on that beautiful road, and we will begin our hunt for the elusive, rare, pink dolphin. Alright, so it was the following morning now, and it was time for our Pink Dolphin tour. This is my tour guide, and he picked me up at the office, and we drove about 15 minutes to the pier. It was a very local pier that's only accessible during high tide, and there was loads of other longtail boats awaiting here. I think in high season, this is quite a popular thing to do, but at this time of year, it was quite quiet, so it was just me and the tour guide and our driver. Okay, we are on our way. I've got a lovely guide called Nong, and he speaks very good English, which is great. And there's only me and him and our driver. Yesterday, they went on a tour with 10 people for 2 hours, and they didn't see a single dolphin. So like I said, it's not guaranteed, but let's just pray. Let's just hope that the dolphin gods are looking down on us today. We've got great weather, great conditions, no wind. We might see something, we might see nothing. All we can do is hope. Fingers crossed. They say that the chance of seeing the pink dolphins is around 50%. There aren't that many, they're extremely endangered, and this region that they live in is spread out. I mean, it's the ocean, so they could be anywhere at any time. But I had my fingers and toes crossed that I would be lucky enough to see them in the wild. My tour guide was excellent, and he really helped keep a close eye on the horizon. We were looking for splashes, we were looking for feeding, breaching, jumping, any kind of activity we were on the hunt for. Now, I'll be honest, we were out here for 2.5 hours and we still didn't see any signs of any dolphins. It was quite frustrating, but it was quite easy to remove yourself from that frustration and that mindset to realize just how beautiful this stretch of coastline in Thailand truly is. Gorgeous bays, incredible limestone formations, and extremely rare and unique rock formations. I must say, even though we haven't seen any dolphins yet, it's pretty fun. And there are other boat tours out here. These guys look like they've moored up, enjoying the beach here. All we need now is a pod of dolphins to join us. That would be nice. And one of my subscribers is a geologist, and every time we see interesting rock formations like these, he always chimes in the comments to give us more information about how they were formed. So check out the comments, because I'm pretty sure he'll chime in very soon. So unfortunately, after 3.5 hours, we limped back to the bay, and we did not, unfortunately, see any pink dolphins. It is an activity I do recommend, even if you don't see them. It was lovely to be out on the water, and I will definitely give this another try next time I'm in this region. If there's a 50% chance to see them, then if I go 2 times, then surely that's a 100% chance, right? That's my logic anyway. Anyway, regardless, there's one more very special place I want to share with you, because I think the success of this YouTube channel can potentially be tracked back to a very special temple, because many years ago I made a very special wish and it came true. This country is so random, I love it. Okay, never mind. You can't win them all, but it was a beautiful morning none the same. Anyway, I've then come back to my hotel and I've checked out. And I'm going to share with you one more extremely fascinating place that is very close to my heart. And I'm super glad to share it with you in case you weren't here 4.5 years ago when I came to this temple in a random video. So I'm at this temple, now bear with me on this one, okay, bear with me because it is very interesting. It's called Wat Chedi, and it's in the middle of nowhere in the countryside in Nakhon Si Thammarat, and there are many different buildings and different sort of temple complexes. It's a huge area with a massive car park. But there's a very interesting story, and I actually made a wish and I made a promise when I came here, and it came true. So I'll tell you about it in a second. But basically, as you can see, you'll see lots of really cool things like transformers and random giant cockerels. This one is beautiful and handmade. Looks like it's made in the style from like Transformers, like it's all bits of metal and gears, like it's talons or exhaust pipes, its feet and everything. Even the feathers are all bits of engine parts. It's really, really beautiful. So the story goes, there's this little boy's spirit that lived in this temple, and he's called Ai Khai, and he's very, very respected and revered in Thai culture and in Buddhism. And his spirit is very strong around these parts, and Thai people will come and pay respect to him and give him a gift and ask for good luck, ask for fortune in their business. And he's kind of based around the idea of trying to get some money, trying to start a new business, have a good luck. Some of the other temples and other spirits and other traditions are around love, around health. This one's more based around making money and having a good business. And so what you do is you give him a gift, and he apparently really liked chickens, he liked chicken fighting, he liked roosters, and so that's the main thing that you see for sale all along the road. The 5-kilometer road to reach here from the main road is just lined with stores of people selling giant cockerels. Anywhere from $1 to $2 to $10 to $100, all the way up to 10,000 US dollars for a statue, depending on how big they are and how blinged out they are with glitter and gold and diamonds. And I suppose, depending on the size of your wish, you should buy a statue that sort of equates to what you're asking for. And obviously, because the spirit is a boy, there are other things that you can buy. You know, transformers for one, miniguns and assault rifles, and they have statues of Spider-Man and other Marvel figures and superheroes like Superman and the Hulk, because, you know, the Thai people believe that because he's a young kid who was born a few hundred years ago, if he was still alive today, he would probably really love Marvel superheroes. And the idea is, you come to this temple, you pay your respects, you pray to the statue and to the spirit of Ai Khai, this little boy. You give him a present, and hopefully he will then take care of you and your wish will come true. And the funny thing is, that's what I did. I gave him a little cockerel, I put a little wish on there, and, you know, without telling you exactly what I wished for, I was just hoping at that point, at the beginning of my YouTube channel, that it would, you know, turn out well, and that the business side of things would flourish and I could turn it into my income, because 4.5 years ago I had very few subscribers and I was only just beginning, and I certainly wasn't making a living wage back then. But, you know, through perseverance, extreme hard work, consistency, and, you know, my dedication to my craft, it has come true. Or it's all because of this little boy and the little chicken that I gave him and the wish I asked. And I've always thought that maybe a piece of the success that I've enjoyed so far came from this spirit. So I've come back today with another little chicken to say thank you, and I'm just gonna say a few things to him, ask him for a little bit of help and good luck in the next chapter of my life, but mainly here just to say thank you, because in some small way, or maybe a huge way, he's the reason why this channel is at 300,000 subscribers and I generate enough revenue to take care of myself and my wife and buy a home and things like that. So let's go say thank you to the little spirit of Ai Khai. Okay, I had my peace with the little boy and hopefully he'll grant me another wish going forward. It's now time to continue our journey toward Bangkok. However, a little bit of a curveball for you, because obviously we're on this journey of undiscovered southern Thailand, and we've been going through some of the most random, most beautiful provinces and ticking off islands we've never visited before or even heard of sometimes. Well, we're actually going to just take a little bit of a detour and go somewhere extremely not undiscovered, because today when I was out there looking for dolphins, I thought to myself, Koh Samui's right there. My friends Flora and Note live on Koh Samui, and I asked them today, I said, do you mind if I come over for a couple of days? Number one, it's good to catch up with your friends, take a little bit of a break from driving around aimlessly and all day, every day on a hot bike in the heat. And I asked them if they would be willing to show me the local side of Koh Samui, the undiscovered areas of the island, just so we can stay in theme with this road trip. And they said, yeah, come over and we'll show you around. So I'm going to head over to Don Sak and jump on the car ferry and head over to Koh Samui for a couple of days. And you can watch that adventure right now by clicking here. Go and enjoy it. Hopefully, we'll have a really nice time.